Hi everyone, this is Nicole Myers with another Tech Bite, this one on 3 terrific math tools for distance learning. So I'm Nicole Myers, I hope we've met, and if we haven't, I'd love to talk some more about math tools and what we can do to help support our distance students. Thank you for people who have provided this slide presentation for me, as well as to the new EdTech classroom who gave up the idea for this new Google Form extension that we're going to talk about for number 2. So the 3 terrific tools we're going to go through today are the WizardMe interactive worksheets, the math extension that we can use for Google Classroom, or Google Forms, for Google Forms, and Goformative's math equations and the options that they have there. So firstly, we're going to talk about Wizard.me, which is an interactive worksheet website. For this one, we can create digital interactive worksheets for kids to be able to show their work. We can also record audio directions that are embedded within the problems so that we can have that teacher interaction piece that we're seeking. And we can also give feedback to the students right on those interactive worksheets. Just a brief warning, students will need to make an account for this, so we might have to go through the directions. You might have to make a video showing the kids how to make that account, but this is otherwise a pretty good website for a lot of other reasons. So here is our interactive worksheet. This is going to be the wizard.me. You're going to be able to see we have a number of pre-created worksheets already, but I'm going to go to the worksheet I created just to give you an example. So I created a worksheet on algebraic expressions, and in this, my concept was I wanted my kids to be able to show their work. So they're not here in front of me, but I want to be able to see their process and make sure that they know what they're doing. So the first thing I did when I opened this up is I created a new worksheet. I selected my design on the left. I picked my colors. I made it kind of look at the pretty way that I was hoping it would look, and then I titled it. And then below, I asked my kids to solve for X. I put the audio in to support my question and to kind of explain a little bit more of what I wanted them to do specifically. And then this is left a space down there below for the kiddos to answer. In addition, I could have other questions that I could add to this. I could add fill in the blanks, fill in an image, matching, sorting, more drawing pieces, all kinds of cool interactive questions to really engage our learners. After I created this worksheet, I go to review, double check everything, and then I assign to learners. And the easiest way I've seen to assign to learners so far is going to be via a link after making this public and grabbing this link. And when I do, what I'm able to just send to the kids is this link. Again, they'll still have to sign in with Google, but ultimately they have this link. They'll click that, they'll click sign in with Google, and then they'll be on their interactive worksheet. I had Joyce just help me out and answer the question for me. So it shows me the student's name, again, because they're signing in with Google when I'm looking at the answer section. If I scroll down, I'm able to see what she wrote. So she wrote 9. So, maybe that's the right answer. Maybe it's not. For this one, it's not, of course, but, we're just trying to play around. And then I gave my feedback here. So in her screen, she's going to see something similar where this is going to be the problem. This is her answer. And then my feedback will pop up there. I also see when she worked on it and how long she took at this point. So just a way to kind of get a lot of data on an interactive worksheet. The next tool that I want to talk about is going to be a Google Form extension. Our Google Form extension is called Hypatia. This is a neat math add-on for Google Forms where we can create these complex math problems within a Google Form, or as a quiz or as an activity. It's a great way to use these math symbols to get answers, either answers for the kids to click on, or if the question can also be using these different math symbols. And we can set up the form so it has a self-grading form, so it saves time for you. So you can see here, I created this particular math equation with the Hypatia extension. So after I downloaded that, I'm able to go into it. And once I'm inserting this kind of equation, I'm able to go through and pick a number of really complex math symbols that you guys will understand way better than I ever will. But I am able to kind of go through and see everything and add in these math equations. The way that I'm going to do so is I'm able to type it into this open-ended text box. And then what I want to do is kind of copy this link as an image, and then I'm able to upload this image right into the Google form. So I can add an image as a question, or I can add an image as an answer. So if the answer is an equation and the question is an equation, I can kind of use this Hypatia extension to be able to do all that. It looks like it's taking a minute to load, so I'll come back to this later on, or I can show you in more depth. But this is kind of the gist of what it would look like and how we would be able to add in that particular piece. And then again, we can make this into a quiz so we can see it most clearly. The last one I want to show you is Goformative. You may have used Goformative for other pieces already, but we can use Goformative either from their library, or we can create a quiz or test. We can also embed YouTube videos, and we can create show your work sections. So here you can see this is what I've done. I had my directions, I have my video, and I have a place where I've picked a show your work question. I've said to solve for X, and I've edited the background so the students will be able to write right on top of this. If you like any of these tools, let me know.